Hey everyone, time to try Adkins. For now she is exclusive 0 and during the video I'm gonna upgrade her to exclusive 1, 2 and 3. I'm gonna first show you my stats. This is what I have so far. So I have the 200% effect resistance, but I have on her all my best pieces of gear and my best blessings for the resistance. So this is how I can reach the 200. I have 24% there and another 11% there. 3.7% crit rate and an extra 4%. And I have a bit more health as well. I'm using 2 crit damage sets. The goal is gonna be to deal high damage to the opponent, because when I'm gonna have the exclusive 2, she's gonna get 40% more crit rate and 50% more crit damage. But I need the exclusive 2 for that. So she has a pretty decent health, a nice amount of crit rate, crit damage, and a huge amount of effect resistance, but I'm lacking some effect hit on her, so I'm not sure if I can apply the crit rate down most of the time and the cold 2 once I'm gonna unlock the first exclusive on her. We are gonna try that. So if I show you my gear quickly, I am hiding it, so I'm gonna push myself to the right. So I have 4 pieces of crit damage with a lot of crit damage and resistance with this in the substats. There again, I have a huge resistance on that one and some extra crit rate, and then on that one I have crit damage, effect res, and crit rate. No mythic gear in there. I have a crit damage artifact with 13% effect resistance and 7% crit rate increase, and there this is the only piece of mythic I have on her, increasing a bit more my effect resistance. I have a lot of speed and HP on that. And for the last artifact, this is a speed one with some extra effect resistance, HP and crit damage. I have no aura on her for now, so maybe in the future I'm gonna try to put a legendary aura on her. The goal is gonna be to increase her damage for PvP, so maybe the boss layer aura is the best to have on her. And then this is the echo I'm using. The goal is gonna be to have a bit more resistance, but it would be great to have that one. But I'm lacking some echoes for now, so you know what, I can try my luck, but I'm not sure if I can obtain that with these 10 pulls. Oh, maybe. And no, it's not a new one, so I'm fucked up. I'm gonna have to reach another guarantee. So that's pretty sad. But hey, my Nordak is gonna love that. And if you wanna know, I'm using these emblems on her. It's really easy, it's just a quick apply. As you can see, this is exactly the same. Adkins is a defense type unit, so it's gonna be useless to use Nicholas. He won't increase her damage. In fact, instead of increasing her damage, he is gonna increase her damage resistance. You want to use Nordak to increase her max HP because she's gonna scale her damage over her HP. Really important to do that. You can use Beatrix if you want to increase her damage, Lydia of course. I think it's not a good idea to use Jack and Roll in the team because, as I said before, she is a defense type unit and so she doesn't have a high attack. He will never target her. You can use Pauline to heal and clean, so you're gonna have some protection, and he will also increase her max HP, so this is a good combo. I'm gonna try that. And so for now, she doesn't deal high damage. But crit rate down 50% on Jingle Bell, this is pretty cool, but outside of that, this is pretty bad the damage he can do. So we are gonna try something different. Instead of Brynhild, I'm gonna use Beatrix to try to increase a bit more her damage. So let's see the difference. Yeah, the difference is not that big in fact. So without exclusive at all, she is not gonna be that great for PvP. Let's try her in the Faction Abyss now, stage 30. I'm gonna use her in that team. Okay, and her damage so far are not really high. Yellow egg just in case. Okay, I was able to play before, so I'm gonna use the 2 skills. Perfect, so I was able to tank the first attack. Let's try to lower the speed of the boss, and look at that, 50% less crit rate on the boss thanks to her pursuit. This is really nice, and now I have the consolidation 2, and the boss can't remove the consolidation 2 with that skill, and this is perfect for the Faction Abyss. Extra shield, okay, he removed everything. Yellow egg again. I'm gonna save that skill for now. I apply an extra shield on my heroes, and normally I should be really safe to tank the next ultimate of the boss. So let's check that. So maybe in the future I can replace Rumble by Alicia, and I'm gonna be able to beat that boss with her without any exclusive at all. So I lost my Rumble, he has been revived by my Esther. 14 turns and my heroes are still alive. So you have a really high survivability thanks to her in the Faction Abyss now. So it's pretty strong, but in terms of damage, it sucks. I don't have enough damage dealer in that team. Now I'm gonna use the first exclusive with her. There we go, exclusive 1. Now she is gonna apply Cold 2 on the enemies and grant turn meta increase to heroes when the enemies are gonna get some heal layers. So let's check that in PvP now. There we go, turn meta increased on everyone at the beginning of the wave. 5 times 4%, so 20% turn meta increase on everyone. This is really strong. Okay, and now I was able to beat the opponent. Let's try to remove her and use Pauline again. Cleans, okay, that's perfect. And as you can see, when they take their turns, now they are taking the Cold 2, so they have a 40% less skill damage, which is a lot. This is a lot. So now Jingle Bell in front has 50% less crit rate and 40% less skill damage. Okay, I am still dying with that team, but it's pretty promising, right? We are gonna check that with the exclusive 2 after. So, let's come back in the Forgotten and let's retry that. And now let's run the fight in auto. And look at that, the boss has attack down 40% with Chardonnay, crit rate down 50% and Cold 2, so he's gonna deal 40% less skill damage on my heroes. So normally it should be easier than before to survive. I wonder if I'm gonna survive the 300 turns. Look at that, I don't have high damage, but now I'm able to survive longer than before. So this is pretty cool. Look at that, 20 boss turns, and I am still alive. And I died close to the 300 turns. Almost destroyed the first health bar of the boss, so this is pretty cool. So it's finally time to add the exclusive 2 on her. Now she's gonna have 50% more crit damage and 40% crit rate, which means that she's gonna have the 100% all the time. And my heroes under Ice Consolidation are gonna take 30% less damage from basic attacks and skills. So I'm curious to know the efficiency of that exclusive. Let's find out. I'm gonna retry this versus the same team in PvP. Let's check if there is a difference. So her damage are still not that high, to be honest. But if I check her stats, she has 447% crit damage, 100% crit rate, and she has 1,340,000 HP, which is a lot. 261% resistance. There is no way the enemy can control her. And they can't reduce her turn meta. So normally it should be great, right? Look at that, she is almost killing Jingle Bell by her own. But I am still gonna die, in my opinion. Yep, I am dying, so it is still not strong enough. So let's check in the Faction Abyss now. Yeah, look at that. I can tank so much damage. This is really strong. There we go, boss wave. Red egg, and now I'm gonna run in the fight in auto, and we are gonna see how long can I survive and how much damage am I gonna take when I have the Ice Consolidation too. Okay, and that time I'm dying faster than before. I don't get it. The fact is that depending on the heroes I'm using, I'm not having the Consolidation 2 all the time, so it's not really efficient. It's not like a Lydia who has a permanent consolidation. This is different. This is still really strong, especially for that Faction Abyss. So if you are trying to do that in manual, this is going to be really easier than with another hero instead. But in auto, this is not going to be super optimal. And she's dead. So I have almost the same result as before. And with the exclusive 3, normally she should be really strong for PvP, because now she is gonna apply some layers of Frozen Blood on the target for 2 turns, and depending on the layers of Frozen Blood the target has, she is gonna start dealing more damage with 1 layer, ignore the shield, immortal and damage immunity with 2 layers, and remove all buffs before dealing damage if the target has 3 layers. So let's apply the last eye on her, and let's try again in PvP. Same team in front. Let's check the damage she can do on Jingle Bell now. What was that? Jingle Bell took a crit and she one-shotted her. That was huge. Wow, Jesus, look at that. If you counter 3 times, the 3rd attack is gonna kill them so fast. Look at that, this is insane. That team is so powerful now, look at that. She is pursuing everyone. With Donald Rebelli, Jingle Bell wasn't able to use her skills because I had more speed. And with her, I am just killing everyone. This is crazy, the efficiency of that team. 2 limited heroes only in the team. And I was able to beat that in front. And this is so strong because you have Sun Wukong in the team and he is exclusive 3 and she was able to one-shot everyone. So this is really strong, right? So imagine if now I'm using everything broken we have in the game. I'm gonna do that in manual, so I'm gonna open with the first active skill of Lydia, and she's gonna have even more damage. I'm gonna start with that skill, so I'm gonna try to stun them. Look at that, this is stupid. Okay, that was hard. That was really hard, right? Oh, Jesus. So let's try with another guy. This is the defense of Homer Puss. And there we go. Jingle Bell is dead. I one-shotted Sun Wukong and everyone is dead. This is so fast. 12 turns and everyone is dead in front. Okay, and let's check again in the Faction Abyss now. And you know what? I think I'm gonna put the focus on her instead of Chardonnay. So she's gonna have more piercing rate. Look at that. The 3rd attack is killing them. Yeah, they are dying way faster than before. Every time she is pursuing them, she deals so much damage. This is so great. Look at that. Boss wave. And just by curiosity, I'm gonna do exactly the same as before, okay? I'm gonna put the focus of Esther on my Chardonnay. So let's use the red egg, and now let's run the fight in auto and see what happens. I'm afraid that he will never get more than 2 layers of Frozen Blood, because it lasts only 2 turns and she is too slow. And for now apparently it's worse than before because it seems like she is dying faster. So maybe I have to run that in manual to use the basic attack, so she's gonna be able to retransform after and heal my heroes. There we go, I'm gonna put the focus on her to protect her, otherwise she's gonna die. Is it gonna change something? She's gonna have more turn meta and apply more marks on the boss. So maybe she's gonna start dealing more damage. We will see. And I'm gonna have my buffs more often. Okay, and I lost my heroes. So it's not changing anything for that content. First, health bar down. This is the first time I was able to achieve that. And my heroes are still alive thanks to Esther. When I have my buffs, I mean, I can survive. But the fact is that depending on the heroes you have, they are acting multiple times. One is taking more turn meta than one another, and so it's not always great to play this kind of heroes. I mean, if you are playing Lydia, her consolidation is permanent. I'm curious to know the efficiency of the damage reduction in the Dwarven Ruins, so I'm gonna try that team. The goal is gonna be to have as much damage reduction as I can. Okay, boss wave. So I have my buffs. Nezakma is frozen. So now the goal is going to be to kill him as fast as I can, so he won't remove my buffs. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble. And look at the damage I'm taking. I had the ice consolidation on my heroes. He can't remove that. And it didn't even proc the apple so far. But I'm gonna take an attack from the boss, and it procced the apple on 3 of my heroes. 4 of them. Only Nordak still has the apple. Okay, crit rate down 50%, cold 2 on the boss, speed down 40%, he has 40% less attack as well, and normally I should not take any damage at all during the run now. Let's see if it is right or not. My little Jack is dead, so in fact, it's not that efficient, right? So she is probably great if you don't have all the limited heroes for that content, but outside of that, she is not gonna be part of your team, but for PvP, she is destroying everyone. So it's up to you to decide whether you want to summon for her or wait and save your miracle runes for the next limited hero. I don't know when we are gonna have the new limited hero, though maybe it's gonna be next month. I don't have any information about that. So let me know what you think about her in the comment below. That was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.